pretty great things for you today to get you motivated and remind you of the mission and get you out on the road. Of course, we are a entire group dedicated to smashing cancer, and it's really easy sometimes to kind of lose focus of that in the daily hubbub with internet connection, a constant feed, and certainly plenty in the news today, and tons of things to get worried about. But when one thinks about the experience of one of our patients, it's something that some of us maybe might not really connect with. Some of us have come for personal goals to do that next best race or do your first race, and that's all extremely important, and we love all of our teammates who are so focused on that and doing something good with their athleticism. But first and foremost, team and training and LLS are about the patients. I stumbled upon a very interesting experience, and it is a text choose your own adventure game online called The Day After Chemo. And it's an experience of this person and their first chemo treatment and going through the rest of their chemo treatments, literally making their day-to-day choices and interacting with their partner and what that experience was like for them. It is, gosh, it really pulled on my heartstrings and it really touched me, and I thought that you might like it. So there's a link in the information of this episode, and gosh, I'm already still getting a little caught up about it. It's quite literally just a text adventure, and you read through the information, and it gives you a couple different options within the web page, and as you go on, it results, and it's heartbreaking, but also just fills one with hope when you know that there are better and better cures being developed by people like you, because of the fundraising that you're doing and the researchers and scientists that we're working with. We're constantly supporting that next level of science and technology to bring better cures to our patients. But right now, chemo is one of our better tools, and even though it is a bit of a hammer than a scalpel, it does really good work for people with cancer. So it's something that I found great inspiration from, and it made me reconnect with the mission in my own way, and I wanted to share it with you. I think it's not more than 10 minutes, but it's impactful, and that small 10-minute experience of reading and making choices, it's sat with me now 2 weeks later. Back to the athleticism, of course, which is another key component to team and training. I've been reading Alex Hutchinson's work in the New York Times under the Science of Sweat for for years, and he came out with a book called Endure. And it is all about that extra little push that happens. For those of us who have raced before, I know that you've experienced that bit when you see the finish line, right? And you might be on that long slog of, oh, I've hit the wall, and then somehow hit another wall. But then when you see that finish line, all of a sudden this thing happens, right? This extra surge of energy and emotion comes. Sometimes for us in team and training, that's just seeing another teammate, seeing a coach out there, seeing audience or crowd members screaming out, "Go team." It gives us that extra boost. And it's talking about that emotional increase of our ability and what that is, that kind of uncalculable elements that pushes us forward. And it talks to the highest elites in the field who have that extra push and what it takes them to get there, but it actually brings in normal people as well, really speaking to, okay, what is this moment where we think we've got absolutely nothing left, and then we push through and we get there, we get to the finish line. And that's something that I think most of us with team and training can connect with, because wearing the purple, being out there working our hardest, and then having somebody yell, "Go team," recognizing that we're out there for a cure, not just for us, that's something. That is something, and that helps us push forward. So Yeah, definitely enjoyed that. Great read and pretty good listen as well. If you're into the Audible and audio book kind of versions, it's really something else. I know I've mentioned Headspace in this in this space quite often before, but they're just killing it right now. Just did an app update, and they've got so many great meditations and moments for you to connect with. They've got elements specifically tied to athleticism. So they've got guided meditations for your run, things to think about so that you're having a mindful workout experience. And then they've got great moments to sleep. 4 hours of sleep a night. I have really turned a corner in getting much more and much better sleep, and I'm a firm believer, and my recovery times are so much better, so I can go out the next day, work harder, and get more things done. So just a fantastic listen, read, and watch. Their YouTube channel is really great and really picking up. They've got again, I hate to always bring up travel things here, but I miss travel quite a bit. So for me, I think that any of the travel videos that are out there, especially ones that are connected to Betterment, are really, gosh, I just love them, and I just digest them like crazy. So there on the Headspace YouTube channel is a great show with the founder, who is bringing you to these amazing locations and talking about meditative practice, dealing with changes, dealing with fear and anxiety, and there's even a COVID response episode, which is I found extremely impactful. Guilty pleasure. I have to say, Netflix is still killing it with some really fun guilty pleasures. And the old guard is something else. It is Charlize Theron and a couple other people that you've seen in other things, just doing an awesome global action-driven, globe-trotting, kind of sci-fi-ish, kind of fantasy mystery, of these immortal warriors who are always trying to fight for good. Yeah, it's super fun, and I got a long workout done while I was watching it, so I thought I'd share it with you. All right, team, that's it for this Sunday Media That Matters. Hope you're doing really well. Hope you are fundraising for a cure. Hope that you and your family are safe, happy, and well. Here we go. Go, team. Have a good week.